And ladies and gentlemen, it is completely circumstantial. Completely circumstantial, let me tell you. That on the precise day, when the MVA government is seeming to be collapsing, comes a piece of paper in which there is a written document signed by the tainted, extremely tainted, controversial, questionable, unethical Param Singh, in which Param Singh says that Sachin Vaze had been hired specifically to target and fix Republic. And he was hired specifically by Anil Deshmukh, who was then the Home Minister. But now let me tell you the most shocking part, ladies and gentlemen. Param says that Anil Deshmukh was using the criminal-minded murderer Sachin Vaze to fix Republic and target Republic even before he had been reinstated in office. In other words, Anil Deshmukh was using this criminal to fix Republic when he was not even in uniform. Ladies and gentlemen, what on earth was going on in Maharashtra? Let's debate.
You are in our custody. You are in our custody.
It was always a sinister conspiracy against Arnab Goswami.
No. You're going too much. You're creating trouble for yourself.
But now, there is a statement by tainted cop Param Singh that proves it all.
With us is a 309-page charge sheet that the CBI has filed against Anil Deshmukh. Cornered, exposed, Param Singh has now thrown Sachin Vaze and Anil Deshmukh under the bus. Param Singh clearly says the then Home Minister Anil Deshmukh called him to discuss this case with him. He then goes on to say that it was discussed whether the case should be reopened. He then says Sachin Vaze was even before his reinstatement working on this case.
It was the worst conspiracy to target a media house for their coverage, for seeking justice for sadhus lynched in Palghar.
If it quenches your anger that I questioned your abject, pathetic and visible silence on the brutal killing of 2 Hindu sadhus, that too in the presence of a dozen policemen in a state where you are in power, then Sonia Gandhi, come arrest me, you're welcome.
The tainted cop statement proves due process was vitiated by roping in a now murder-charged Sachin Vaze to target Arnab Goswami before and after he was reinstated.
Sir, he has been cooperating with the summons. Why have you arrested him in such a fashion? He has been interrogated for over 100 hours, sir.
First to go, get out of this.
If you don't
First to get out of this. First to get out of this. Get out of this.
Yes.
First to get out of this.
Over 100 hours.
First to get out of this. First to get out of this.
Earlier, they were both in uniform, awarding each other, scratching each other's backs. Now, they're throwing each other under the bus. They're spilling the beans, one by one by one.
What has emerged is the biggest misuse of public office. A conspiracy that is antithetical to the Constitution. A conspiracy through which Param Singh, Anil Deshmukh and Sachin Vaze cannot wash their hands off.
A murder-accused encounter cop. A corruption-tainted former Home Minister. The tainted cop who cannot conveniently distance himself now. The anti-republic media that enabled it all. It was the most wretched web to target a journalist, an extra-constitutional plot by those in office. But now, it's all unraveling. Let's debate.